everyone? Sean Speed here. Got some footage for you from my track weekend at Buttonwillow Raceway. I was out there with Pacific Track Time. They were the track day provider. They did an awesome job, so thank you to them and Michael Ernest, the owner, operator of the track day service. He just does a great job. All of his staff are super helpful. I had an amazing time. I am totally hooked to track riding. I highly recommend Pacific Track Time. They have a bunch of different dates available throughout the year. They've got a season finale coming up in October. I think it's 17th and 18th at Thunder Hill Raceway, north of Sacramento. Go check them out. Get out there if you can. 10 out of 10, guys. Like, seriously, one of the best experiences of my life. But here we are. We got some footage for you. This is from the first day, Saturday, right before lunch. So I kind of had gotten used to the track, a little bit familiar with it. Still putting some heat in the tires on this lap. But why don't we go ahead and fast forward to something a little bit more interesting. All right, out of the last corner onto the straightaway. Getting past. Tons of fast riders out there, guys and girls. I mean, there were a lot of people so much faster than me. But you know what? It's a track day. It's not a race, so it doesn't matter. You ride your own ride. You try and improve your lap times and your abilities. And yeah, I could have done a whole lot better on that corner. You know, I kind of struggled with that corner the whole weekend. That's, I believe, corner 2. And it was just hard for me to nail that line. Right, I'm about to get my first taste of wheelie right here. Oh! Scared the bejesus out of me. It was probably all of like 3 or 4 inches of front wheel lift, but I'm not used to that sort of thing, so it caught me off guard and tried to put a foot down. Fun. Don't do that at 70 miles an hour. It's not recommended. Okay, now this is on to day 2. This was again right before lunch. And I think this is just me trying to hold on to some fast guys. They were quite a bit quicker than me, but I think I might reel a couple of them in. Just stick around and stay tuned and see what happens. The guy in the red or reddish orange and white suit was pretty quick. He's getting held up by these couple of riders in front of him. They do manage to reel at least one of them in. Coming into bus stop here. This is one of my favorite corners. You just ride up over this curb to the right and then tip it in and get on the gas, and you come into this nice long banked sweeping corner. Buttonwillow is a ton of fun, guys. I really recommend it if you're in Southern California. You know, they have a ton of track day providers stop there, make that a stop on their schedule. So if you can get out there, I highly recommend it. I would go with Pacific Track Time, but their season's coming to an end, so you probably have to wait till next year if that's your closest track that you can make it to. Yep, there we go. Finally picked one of them off. And this guy, you know, he is kind of a good example of how not to ride at a track day. One of the most important things they mentioned in the riders meeting is staying on your racing line. it's really, really important. You know, if you're all over the track, if you're moving around under braking and you're not holding your line, it makes it really difficult. Really, really difficult for the riders behind you to predict what's going on. Up here on the right, we've got some riders that went off track. That happened a few times on that last corner onto the straight. But for the most part, everybody was okay. Yeah, here he goes. He weaves right into my line.
Fuck.
I try to say something to him, but then I realize that he can't hear me because we're wearing helmets. And this is kind of where I'm starting to look for a place to get by, because he's just a little unpredictable, but I don't quite feel safe getting the pass on him, so I think I wait until the end of the straightaway to really get by him safely.
Fuck this guy.
And that was me kind of just being frustrated because I really want to get by this guy, but you know, his bike is faster than my bike, but I don't think he's a faster rider. I can't say that for sure. That's just what it felt like. I had better cornering speed, more drive on the exit, but his bike was just faster. He might have a sixth sense, because I think he lets me go by here. He kind of lets off early. That, or he's just not very confident on the brakes. Say this isn't the rider. There was one rider on a BMW R9T. We were pretty evenly matched. I just think the engine on his bike didn't quite have the pull in the straights. But otherwise, man, we had some good cornering battles. Unfortunately, I didn't get those sessions on camera, so there might be a short clip of me coming up on him. We'll have to see here. Yeah, here he is. And does a good job of holding his line, makes it very predictable and easy to pass safely. Again, it's a track day, it's not a race, so you know, there's no gold medal, there's no check for the winner, so it's all about completing each session safely in one piece. Here's just another little skirmish with some riders. I think this is the last session of the day. Yeah, you can see it's getting close to sunset. By this point, I mean, the end of the second day, my legs, my lower body was pretty wasted. You don't really realize how much work you're doing until you go to one of these things, and it's just like micro squats all day long, moving from the left of the bike to the right of the bike. That's why I highly recommend that you get some sort of endurance exercise or strength training, something, you know, running, cycling. It's going to be great for your longevity during these track sessions. That's a lot of hard work, like I said, so yeah, any sort of, you know, leg strength, fitness you can bring is going to pay off. It's going to make you just a better rider. You're going to be able to hang off longer, push the pace longer during the sessions, which means you're just going to have more fun. You're going to maximize your time out there. this next corner, I always was braking too much for this corner. I could have swung out wider and straightened it out more and stayed on the gas. I ended up getting past there more than a few times over the weekend, so something to work on for next time. And then this last wide sweeper, you just stay to the outside a little bit longer than you think you should, and then you tip in, get that apex up onto the curb. Gives you a nice straight line through these S's. Using all of the track is extremely important. There were quite a few riders that struggled to really get from the outside all the way to the inside, and it just, once you realize you can use the whole track, it kind of opens up these lines that you may not have seen. So I'm not saying that I was perfect, like on that corner I could have done a better job of getting the inside, but really, especially on driving from the inside to the exit of a corner, you can move so far and get the bike upright so much quicker, which really lets you kind of get the drive and the acceleration out of the corner. Up in front of me, we've got the guy just in front of me is one of the staff instructors. He rides an SV650. He's really quick. I saw him out there during lunch when it was kind of staff only, and he was tearing it up. He's just a great rider. Extremely fast. He's gonna give me the easy pass though and wave me by. Right here. I get a chance to run with these two. And I go for the pass right here, but I did not feel confident chopping off that rider's line, so I just backed off. Coming up over my favorite corner here, the blind crest. Love the way this corner felt when you got it right. But this is pretty much it for this video. I'm definitely going to do a follow-up, a lot more specific, like the things I learned. This was just kind of an overview of my experience, kind of talk you through the track and a little thing, things I learned here and there. But definitely going to release a follow-up video, so please like this video if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon, that way you get notified when I release a new video. So thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one.